Namaskaram, all of you. Welcome to Shyam's Storytime. My name is Shyamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. Today I have another interesting story from King Vikramaditya series. Are you all ready to listen? Today's story is called 𝐊𝐢𝐬𝐧𝐠. So long we have been hearing so many stories of Vikram and Vetal. You must remember that all of these stories are narrated by the puppet from the second step. Her name was Madanabhishekavalli. She had been telling all these stories of Vikram and Vetal to Kingbhojaraja. After she was done narrating all the stories, it was already dusk, and Kingbhojaraja decided he will retire to his chambers and come the next morning and climb the throne once again. So Bhojaraja went back to his chambers. He rested that night. Next morning, he got ready and came straight to King Vikramaditya's throne. Very quickly, he wanted to climb up the steps. He crossed the first step and the second step. At the third step, the puppet there stopped him once again. The puppet claimed that she was Komalavalli and told King Bhojaraja that he was not worthy enough to climb this throne. Do you even know what a great person King Vikramaditya was? The puppet asked King Bhojaraja. King Bhojaraja said, I haven't heard much about King Vikramaditya before. All that I know is from the first two puppets. But if you have anything else to share about King Vikramaditya, please do tell me. I would like to know more about him. So the third puppet, Komalavalli, started to tell him this story. So King Vikramaditya was ruling over the great kingdom of Ujjain. All the people living there were very happy. They all loved King Vikramaditya like anything. In his kingdom, there was a Pandit. Pandit decided to take a dip in the sea along with his little son. So when both of them went to the ocean and they were swimming in it, suddenly out of nowhere, there was a big whale that came and attacked the son. And Davak, it swallowed the little son and swam into the oceans. Now the Pandit thought that this was an evil omen. He ran to the court of King Vikramaditya and exclaimed to him, how can this happen in your kingdom? A huge whale out of nowhere has come and it was so brave enough to swallow my son. I do not know, Maharaja, whatever you will do, you have to give back my son alive, he said. Now, King Vikramaditya was very, very concerned about the safety of each and every individual in his kingdom. He was not the person who would simply say, okay, one little child in the entire kingdom doesn't matter. No, he was not that kind. He said, what, your son is swallowed by the whale? I will quickly go and rescue him. Saying so, King Vikramaditya got down from his throne. Quickly, he called his minister and brother Patti and told him, you take care of the kingdom while I am gone. By then, it was also the end of 6 months of rule of King Vikramaditya. Do you remember the story, country 6 months, forest 6 months? So Vikramaditya was anyway supposed to go to the forest for 6 months. So he handed over everything to his brother and the minister Patti. He started off to the ocean. And while he started off, he picked up all his weapons. He had a lot of magical things with him, a magic carpet, magic slippers, and he took the blessings of goddess Kali. So she gave him so many boons. With all of them intact, Vikramaditya was ever powerful. He spread the magic carpet on the ocean waters and it started to float. Vikramaditya got on top of the magic carpet and he just went into the depths of the ocean. There he met the whale which had swallowed the Pandit's son. He tore open the stomach of the whale and went inside. Inside, there was a huge city in the whale's stomach. Can you imagine? Lots and lots of people were there. So many children were playing. And this little son of the Pandit was also playing there. Vikramaditya immediately picked up the son and came out of the belly of the whale. He didn't want to kill this poor animal for the person that he was. So he picked up some magic ash that he had and smeared it on the body of the whale. Immediately, the wound healed and the whale swam away into the water. Now Vikramaditya had the Pandit's son in his hand and he traveled a little further through the waters and reached an island. The name of this island was Pushkara. So Vikramaditya and this little son of the Pandit, they both came to Pushkara. They looked around. This kingdom was ruled by a great king. His name was Shambunatha. Shambunatha did not have a child for a very long time. And then after lots and lots of prayers by him and the queen, they were blessed with a beautiful daughter. They had named her 𝐿𝐿arambaisswayamvara. Now she has grown to a marriable age, and that day when Vikramaditya came to the island was actually the Swayamvara of 𝐿𝐿arambaisswayamvara. Swayamvara means a big function where kings from all the neighboring kingdoms come into the palace and the princess gets to choose whom she wants to marry. There were about 56 kings that had come from all the neighboring kingdoms to attend the Swayamvara of 𝐿𝐿arambaisswayamvara. She was the princess of this kingdom of Pushkara ruled by Shambunatha. King Vikramaditya got to know about all of these things as soon as he came. Now, he wanted to go and see the princess. But he had a little boy whom he had to take care of. So what he did, he went and found a very humble family. They were another Pandit family living in the island. He gave the little boy that he had with him to this Pandit's family and asked them to take care of him. He also gave them a lot of gold coins for all the expenses that they would need of the son. He entrusted him to them and said, I will come back after a few days and take him. So he left him there. He also had a lot of magical powers, I had told you, right? With that, he disguised himself as a jewel merchant. The clothes that he was wearing, the royal robes and everything, he changed to that of a regular jewelry merchant. And he opened a small shop. He created lots and lots of jewelry, precious gems and everything. Very soon, word spread to all the 56 kings that had come there that there was a new jewelry shop owned by a great jeweler, and things there are really precious. So all the 56 kings that had come for the Swayamvara thronged his shop. King Vikramaditya, for the great person that he was, he kept talking, and all of them were so engrossed in the talk that King Vikramaditya gave. They all forgot about the Swayamvara and continued to stay in the jewelry shop itself. Back there in the king's palace, the Swayamvara was about to begin. The princess 𝐿𝐿arambaisswayamvara, she came out into the huge Swayamvara hall only to find that it was empty. Nobody was there. And she questioned her father. He sent word and they got to know that all the 56 kings that were supposed to come to the Swayamvara were all stuck in a jewelry shop owned by a regular merchant. Now, the king and the princess were very inquisitive. They came out of the palace and walked towards the jewelry shop, and there they found this vibrant person. 𝐿𝐿arambaisswayamvara wanted to marry this jewelry merchant. She immediately declared, I want to marry this jewelry merchant. Now all the kings disliked it so much. They could not take the fact that such a beautiful princess of this big kingdom is going to marry a mere merchant. Even the king, Shambunatha, the princess's father, was very unhappy about the decision. He said to his daughter, come on, what are you even talking? You have 56 kings in front of you. Don't you want to marry one of them? Do you want to really marry this merchant? The princess said, my dear father, you do not know who this person is. I don't think this jewelry merchant is an ordinary person. Can you please command that he be brought to the palace? I want to meet him there, she said. So it was commanded by the king that the merchant comes to the palace. Immediately, the merchant, who was actually King Vikramaditya, walked towards the palace. Did he meet with the princess there? What happened to King Vikramaditya? You have to wait for the next episode. Did you all enjoy today's story? If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shyamsstorytime. You will have access to all the stories that I upload. Every Saturday, you get to hear a story of King Vikramaditya in English. And on Sundays, there is a Panchatantra tale in Tamil for you. You can listen to all of these stories from the comfort of your living room, all from your mobile phone. My name is Shamala and I am a passionate storyteller. I will meet you in the next episode. Bye-bye.